head sucks, and this line's dead because SH Figure Arts has the LTR license.
Yeah.
So, yep,
Yeah.
that's all there's to say about it.
All right. Welcome back, everybody, to the Collecting Brothers. I'm John, and this is Josh. Let's go ahead and break down this week's toy news. First up here from Savage Crucible, Harbinger Studios, they announced their con exclusive that they're going to be taking around because con season's starting, I guess, with a Zolo con this weekend, and it's going to be more cons all the way throughout the rest of the year, right? But they doing a Shield of Desera, and it's like this like pearlescent pale with a little bit of jaundice lizard guy. Looks cool. What are your thoughts, Josh?
Yeah, the pearlescent paint I think came out phenomenally. Like it's getting that shine to it, but it's not like super shiny. It's not super overdone.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like how like a normal lizard skin would look, right? Like when you get up close to a lizard skin and it's like a couple light shines on it, it actually shines a lot because of the scales. But then like if it's in the dark, it's not shining at all. So that's really cool that they're able to kind of translate real life lizard aesthetics into action figure form.
And I believe that's Nikki Nicole is the painter who did this. So check her out. She did some the reindeers for Naughty and Nice. Oh yeah, she's doing really good. I love the different head sculpts that you're getting as well. One cool thing though is they got this little extra attachment. This is a new kind of accessory piece for the Savage Crucible line with a little bit of chain. It looks like real metal chain, and then the scabbard hanging off the back end, man. All right, next up though, if you're going into conventions that Savage Crucible is going to be at, check that out. Might be able to pick yourself up a little bit of that shielded area. Next, I guess this is Saturday when this is going live. So you guys can now pre-order your Space Zombies from Mars over at the Kickstarter. I guess not pre-order, but back it. They are doing a Kickstarter exclusive, which will later become their con exclusive. But they went with a glow-in-the-dark zombie.
When does the Kickstarter start? On this Saturday?
Excuse me, March 1st, yeah.
Okay, so March 1st, Kickstarter is going to start. Oh, wow. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. And then I think just a really great Kickstarter choice. I think the zombie glow is coming off really good. Like I mean, it's digital render, but it looks like it's the right green that I want. You know, it's like that radioactive green and a good way to reuse the molds and have like an exclusive incentive to incentivize collectors to back the Kickstarter. So like, you know, this becomes kind of like the grail. Everybody's in on the ground floor has something to show for that. You know, they were there as an early supporter.
Yeah, and I like the green, like you're saying, the radiation, like the atomicness of it. It's really fun. So glow in the dark red walker will be their Kickstarter exclusive. Like, take a break, go check out this Kickstarter. It's live, guys. Check it out. All right, let's jump over to Four Horsemen here. They announced the Order of Baathia Rises March 7th. So what is that? Next Friday. So in a week. Yeah, we will launch this campaign. They are kind of doing like a crowdfunding. It will be just done through their store. It's not like on Kickstarter or anything like that. But yeah, dude, let's get into the details of this. So March 7th, it's gonna start, and then it's gonna run for about a month. Price is gonna be $550.
Buddy, just when my credit score was going up. Just when my credit score was going up, they'd have to drop the $550 dragon on me. Okay. You know, when we previously talked about when they first launched it, and then they showed pictures of it and they weren't sure of the price, we were kind of hoping maybe 350 to 450 max, right? We were hoping that 450 max. We weren't even thinking 500 plus. And this is 550 for just the dragon, no alternate head and play effects.
Correct. Just
that's
the base
wild.
dragon.
I'm sorry, guys.
Wings.
That's wild, man.
They do need 2,000 units for it to go into production. So
okay, with the 2,000 unit thing, I think we can just throw that out the door. Like they're gonna hit 2,000 units like that. There's definitely 2,000 people that are willing to drop this amount of money. Now, will it be like a huge seller? I don't know. I feel like it's a little much for people, especially in this day and age, bro. Stock market's crashing, going crazy. We're getting wiped on the floor with inflation. And so like $550 for not even that extra flame effect and alt wings. You know me, I'm a sucker. Like I'm gonna get this, but I think for the normal collector, like let's see your perspective. Because for me, you know, I'm always all in a Horseman, so I don't give a crap. I don't care if this, even if this was 600,
right? I
was still gonna get it. But like I would have liked to see, like we talked about, that 400 to 450 would have been a lot better.
Would have been a lot nicer. Yeah, that 550. Yeah, you're gonna get. I'm not gonna be backing that. And initially, I was kind of already hesitant with just the design of the dragon. Not that it's a bad design; it's just not my preferred dragon type.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But like if the price was good, I probably would have gotten one, right? 400, 350. Yeah, I'm down for a dragon. But that
Yeah.
550 does kind of make it like it just confirms my where I'm at, my feelings
Yeah.
towards it, right? It makes me like, yeah, I don't need this. Like
And I
if it
guess
was the dragon that I wanted, 550, little high, might have to do some planning for it, but I would maybe get it. I go to a maybe instead of like a no.
right. I think more on the positive note, I really liked though that they let us know like months in advance with anticipation, right? So like it helped me a lot because they dropped
Yeah.
that wave that was like the alternate head packs with kind of reissues of figures. And
Yeah, yeah.
usually I buy all ins. I bought an all in since I started collecting legions since Arethyr of every cosmic wave, every mythic legion wave. I've gotten every single all in, and this was kind of the first time where I was like, I already have these figures. They're really
Right.
cool and it's a really good price, and I didn't get it. I just elected to go for all the alt heads instead,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
that was because, of course, just me and you talking about it, and also because I was aware that the dragon was coming. So
Right.
I knew that I was going to be dropping $400 in my head. So I was like, I'm not going to. So props to them to kind of giving us a heads up, saying like, okay, this is coming. Start budgeting now. It wasn't just like a surprise drop like they normally do sometimes. Sometimes they'll just pop up like a week.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be like, they'll do a tease the next week. Boom, it's dropped, right?
Yeah.
We've had months to prepare for this. Plus, with the new shop pay installments of 4
True.
with no
Yeah.
interest. And then even beyond that, right? You can do the 6 months and pay a little bit of interest.
Yeah.
So there's definitely some positives there. Like people can find ways to buy it. And what's gonna be crazy though is when this goes to the retailers. Dude, the retailer's probably gonna be soliciting maybe
Whoa.
for 650, 700. I would say
I think
700.
I think 7. I
Yeah, it's
think
gonna be
7.
$700 for this, which is
Yeah.
ridiculous. Dude, that's ridiculous.
Now, didn't they say that they weren't going to send it to retailers? Like it's only through Four Horsemen?
Actually, maybe you're right. Actually, I think you're right about that.
I think they are just keeping it in house.
Which makes sense, right? Because I don't
Yeah.
think the retailer wants to take a risk of such a massive figure, and if it doesn't move,
700.
like it makes sense, right? That makes a lot of sense. Kind of like just like they probably looked at the way Hasbro does it as well. It's like
Yeah.
Hasbro's not going to burden retailers with HasLabs because it's just hard to move because it's such a high price point. So that makes a lot of sense. But like looking at this and comparing it to like HasLabs, it makes you also, I think, I don't know. I always felt like they were Four Horsemen has always been able to undermine Hasbro because of just like less big wigs and less people that have to pay too. And so looking at HasLabs now, it makes me think like HasLabs are not priced that bad. You know what I'm saying? like Sentinel was cheaper
reasonable.
than this. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean the giant man's smaller, but still.
Yeah.
Like I didn't see 550 coming, honestly.
Okay. And then just to kind of keep giving the details on Bayathir here, they are doing stretch goals, which have been confirmed as figures. Now, is there a certain amount of figures that you'd be like, okay, then it drops the price?
Wait.
That's how you do it, right?
So the stretch goals are going to be included with this?
No.
Or are they just like unlocking to purchase?
Ooh, let me read here. It says,
because that changes a lot, right? Like
okay, so we got to share between now and the start of the campaign, including look at the amazing stretch goals that will be added if certain order thresholds are met. Oh, but that's based off of units. That's not price. So if they hit like 3,000 units, something will get unlocked. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's like an add-on for free, like just included in the 550, or if it's an additional cost.
Right. If they do it HasLab route where it's like an additional thing, then I can see 550 being worth it actually. Like I can see that being a reasonable price. Like if they add maybe like a knight figure and maybe like 2 figures and then a couple accessories, maybe like some alt clawing hands or some more like some different hands,
Maybe
alt
a base.
Head.
People have been saying a base.
Sure, a base or like that'd be really cool. Like a sculpted, just like a little rock to kind of mount him on.
Yeah,
would be really cool. Yeah, that would definitely make the price a lot better. So I hope they go in HasLab route where it's stretch goals that are no extra price, just if they
unlocked.
Can make more money off the amount of units they sell.
Right. Yeah, we'll see what the actual thing is. Now there is also the accessory pack, right? And that is a separate amount. It's going to be its own thing. So you can get the base dragon with the closed wings and the upright neck, and then also get the accessory pack with the open wings, the flame effects, which are large, and the secondary neck. So,
and how much is that? Do we know price on that?
We do not know price on that yet.
Dude, I'm honestly thinking if they went 550 on that, because you're getting a neck and a head and wings, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm
and flame effects.
Dude, I bet that thing's like $100, over 100.
Yeah, we'll see, man. March 7th, next Friday. We'll cover this next week on our show, give you guys a full breakdown on the Bayathir Dragon crowdfunding from Four Horsemen. But, Let us know. Are you guys picking up a dragon? Have you been saving up for a dragon? Have you been, conscious of what you've been buying because you know a dragon is coming? It's pretty intense, man. I won't deny though that it is beautiful. Like the sculpting is insane. The paintwork is there. Like it is an amazing figure.
And the size, right? It's massive.
Oh yeah, and the size. Yeah, it's like a freaking puppy, man. All right, let's keep it going here. Let's jump over to NECA. NECA's giving us a red and black foot assassin. This guy's scary, dude. I don't know why I don't like him. But like that face just makes me freaks me out, man. This is really cool though with the mask, and they're introducing a little bit of soft goods on this one as well.
Yeah, I think the eyes are just like dead, and so this has just like a dead guy look, like he's dead inside. But yeah, just a kind of par for the course. We've seen kind of them do these kind of Mirage style, yeah, with Sin City, like the Mirage. It's definitely the Mirage style, like shading, right? Yeah, we've gotten this in, like, pretty sure, like
blue, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, there you go. There is that red and black assassin. Next up, McFarlane Toys. Let's get into it. We got some full solicitation for the Batman 89 here. Keaton coming in with the big old fabric cape, fun accessories, the card that you get that pose in that everyone wants to do. Don't really get that big old classic Batman. But along with that also is the Batman Begins Christian Bale Batman. So I do like this one a little more. I know we've gotten all the Batmans already from the movies, but it's nice to have the single releases come out as well. Your thoughts on this, Josh?
Nothing.
Yeah, it's just Batman's.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, did you hear that Mattel has acquired the license for all DC toys?
Reacquired, right?
Correct. Yeah, you are right. You are right.
They actually, back in the day, I used to collect DC Multiverse, and even what I loved about it, and even to this day, I kind of almost prefer them over the McFarlane toys, is that they were 6-inch. They gave us 6-inch figures. Of course, they were trash, plastic trash, sculpt trash, articulation trash, but at least they were 6. At least they were 6-inch, baby. So I kind of hope Mattel, with the new technology, and maybe they kind of learn some things, they up their game and try to do 6-inch, collectibles at a reasonable price point, the right way. So I'm really hopeful for this kind of reemergence of Mattel getting back the DC license.
Yeah, the story broke for the LA Times. We have Quinny Wong, the staff writer there, kind of got the details on it before the press releases went out. But yeah, so they got like you were saying, they got the license back for DC figures, role playing, all that fun stuff, man. Yeah, we'll see, man. I don't know. I'm not a fan of Mattel. I don't like you said, I don't like their toys. Just not for me. But we'll see. Yeah, they will be 6-inch. We'll see what they do. There is new advancements in technology, and maybe they come out swinging.
So does McFarlane get to keep making figures too, or is it just
no? So McFarlane has lost the license at this point, and oh yeah, sorry, you didn't know. That's kind of like why it's so dramatic. I felt like. Sorry, I wasn't clear, but yeah, McFarlane is done making toys. They will make DC Multiverse figures up until 2026 or the end of 2025. Then it all goes to Mattel. They have all the rights to it.
Dude, so, that is crazy. That is crazy. How the heck did this happen?
Think about it. How many figures of Todd's figures, DC Multiverse figures, have been ending up at Ross's? Right. You
could say the same thing about Hasbro. GI Joe, Black Series, Marvel Legends by the droves as well.
True.
So it can't be that. No.
But I'm just saying, like, maybe DC was just like, we're done with this. We're done with what you're doing, and honestly, maybe even Todd knew this was coming because he picked up the Marvel license, right? He's been making those statues. I don't know.
That's not figures. That can't subsidize what the figures do. Yeah, that's sad, but it checks out though, because even I've kind of checked out of the DC Multiverse line. I just hate that they're 7-inch. I hate the diapers. I hate also the articulation on the wrists and the ankles. He never fixed that. They were always trash. Like in the end, it is sad, but the figures were trash. Let's be honest, guys.
And I think that is definitely like we were just an example of that. We saw a heavy hitter, a huge Christopher Nolan movie, vastly popular. And what was our initial reaction to these? Just kind of, oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm not going to buy it because it's not my scale, and it's
McFarlane's technology, right? It's their
terrible
tooling.
Diaper, terrible wrist and ankles. I don't want
it. Like, this thing isn't going to move fun. It's going to move, but it's not going to move fun, and it's going to be awkward. And so, like, our initial reaction to these was just kind of like, whatever. So, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what Mattel does.
Yeah, I could see McFarlane maybe transitioning and, like, going more into, like, video games. Maybe they should pick up, like, the Halo license again. But also, too, He just needs to realize he needs to do 6-inch figures. Like Storm has, you can see Storm realize it,
Storm
right?
did it, yeah.
And it's gonna pay off huge, I think, for Storm.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just sad though because I feel like he always did such a great job with the big figs, like the mega figs, always
and a good price.
phenomenal, good price.
The vehicles.
And that's what I was gonna say. I just picked up the tumbler, I think for like $38. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I could not believe the size, the detail, the paint on this tumbler. And I compared it to my G.I. Joe Stinger,
Yeah.
which was the car. Way smaller, way less detail, and like triple the price. I'm like, how is Todd doing this tumbler for $38? I mean, it was on like way mega clearance. That's why. But like, I also got the Stinger on clearance too for like, it was still $75. It was still expensive. Yeah, it is what it is.
It's the end of the multiverse. So we'll see what the Mattel multiverse looks like.
Dude, and what's crazy is he gave us like so much randomness and never really gave us definitive edition of like main villains. You know what I'm saying? That's what's crazy. It's like,
yeah,
he was just doing randomness. Like he was doing random Metal Knights. He was doing random Lantern Corps, Death Metal. Yeah, and he never was giving us like the perfect edition of Sinestro. He was giving us like,
I think he was like on the cusp of it, but yeah,
yeah. I don't know about that, man. All right,
let's keep going.
I'm actually excited though to get 6-inch cheap DC figures by Mattel again. Because I'll be honest with you, John, I was collecting the DC Multiverse line by Mattel when they were, I just started picking them up when they were like the last few waves, and then it ended. And I actually saw like, the reason why I started picking them up is because there was a change like in quality and in articulation. They started to copy Hasbro and try to be more in line with Hasbro as much as they could. And like the last wave, it was like a Teen Titans wave, and there was a Starfire. It's one of the best Starfire figures to date, and I couldn't believe it. And that's why I was so sad when this happened, like when McFarlane took over, because I was like, just when Mattel was finding its footing, they lost it.
Did Mattel make the DC Direct DC figures? Or was that different?
Okay. No, it was different. It was all DC Direct. And what was really cool too is they would do Build-A-Figures like Hasbro.
Oh, nice.
So Mattel used to do Build-A-Figures, something McFarlane Toys never did, right? So I hope they go back to what they were doing and do some baths.
McFarlane did baths. It was just the 4 pieces, remember?
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. We just didn't see as much, really.
Yeah,
with the DC Multiverse Mattel line, it was like Hasbro Marvel Legends, where it was every line there was a bath.
Right.
Every wave was a bath.
And Todd kind of skewed more into the collector's editions, and he was just re-releasing figures in there.
Yeah.
All right,
and also, too, a testament to like, I think maybe what also kind of put the nail in the coffin is gimmick lines. I think gimmick lines, while they might reap rewards in the short term, I think in the long term it puts a sour taste in collectors' mouths.
You're telling me you didn't want all the Jokerized figures?
Neither the sketch editions.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those sketch editions.
Like, and you can see kind of like, I feel like Hasbro has learned the lesson with that. Like when have we last talked about a carbonized figure?
Yeah,
they canceled that, bro. And good.
Yeah. All right, let us know how you guys feeling about the Mattel taking over DC license. Are you excited? Are you upset? What are you going to do with your McFarlane collection? What's the value on that?
Dang, dude, that's true. I guess it's just going to go in a bin. I'm going to donate it to the Goodwill.
There you go. Look out for Josh's McFarlane haul at the Goodwill, your local. All right, let's jump to G.I. Joe. I'm excited about this one, dude. I haven't been excited about a G.I. Joe in a while.
What are you talking about? You were just excited about that mech like last week.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I guess that didn't register as a G.I. Joe to me because it's a giant mech. You're right. Last week I was literally talking about that. But yeah, dude, check it out. They got the Cold Vipers, the Cold Slither. Sorry, the Dreadnoks Cold Slither band of Vipers. It's a huge name. But it's Zartan, it's Ripper, it's Buzzer, and Torch. And this is going to be a San Diego Comic-Con 2025 exclusive, dude. We were talking about how we wanted a drum set with the Muppets, and now we got one from G.I. Joe.
Yeah, this is such a cool exclusive, especially because, you know, it's the Dreadnought characters who we're all familiar with, and it's just kind of a new, fun way to see them, and then making that exclusive, I think, is the right choice because it's like not essential. It's just like this really weird box set. It reminds me of like the TMNT when they did that exclusive of their band member, the musical.
Oh, yeah.
TMNT the musical. Yeah, dude. It's like that. And I love kind of, you know, that the 80s band aesthetic. You know, dude, the 80s rock. I love my 80s rock. You got like, the bass paint, you got some Kiss, you got the flying V guitars, freaking shirtless leather vests, guitars, the chaps. Everything about this set is perfect to me.
Yeah, I agree, man. Like this is I need to get my hands on this somehow. Don't go out to Comic-Con, but we'll see, man. maybe they'll do an online release. But yeah, this is a
well,
fun
they've
set.
usually done like they'll usually drop it on Hasbro Pulse, like a few limited
Oh yeah,
quantities. You'll have to
I'll have to be ready
watch
for
it
that.
quick. Yeah, but yeah, they
Yeah,
usually pop it on Hasbro Pulse.
I am excited about this. This is a cool one. I need all those instruments, man.
Yeah, I think for the instruments alone, right? 6-inch instruments that can go with
Yeah,
Legends, Marvel, Black Series, anything. And that's the beauty of like just the 6-inch, you know,
yeah,
that you can cross where that's always kind of Todd's never been able to kind of do that. You got to cross pollinate. You got to play nice with others.
Todd likes it bigger, you know, Todd. Bigger is better in his book. All right, let us know. You excited about this? I'm excited for that drum set, man. All right, let's take it over to Diamond Select. Diamond Select's got some Lord of the Ring figures here. We got first up, we got King Aragon from Return of the King, $30. Check it out over at Big Bad Toy Store or Entertainment Earth. And yeah, I don't know who sculpted that head, but I'm gonna pop that off if I get this figure.
Yeah, head sucks, and this line's dead because SH Figure Arts has the LTR license.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's all there's to say about it.
This is cooked. You got soft good. Sorry, no soft goods. There is good sculpting here. There's good paintwork. Man, they butchered my boy Aragon. My boy Vigo ain't even in there, dude.
Yeah, like his chin is literally inverted. Like it literally goes inside his neck. Like right there. What the freak? That's who the heck does that look like to me, actually? I don't know, but it looks like somebody I know. Yeah, and then same thing kind of too. Like it's also 7-inch.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't want it. We don't want 7-inch.
Diamond. We don't like you, Booster.
Yeah, Diamond, you're dead. DC, you're dead. We Fallen Toys, you're dead. Yeah, it's 6 inches better.
Let's keep it going here. They got another one though. Lady Galadriel. Now, you get this cool little fountain too.
That's nice. That's nice, actually. Dude, that concrete looks real. Holy crap.
Yeah, they did a good job on here. But I mean, I can see Kate Beckinsale, not Kate Beckinsale, Kate Blanchett. Yeah, I can see her there.
Me too.
This one they did a lot better on.
And at a $30 price point, it's like that's good for a $30 price point. Like that's definitely a head sculpt. That's nice.
Yeah, it reads as Galadriel, and you get that cool little base too for $30. I mean, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with this Lady Galadriel.
Yeah, this is a nice figure. Like I feel like if it was a 6-inch, definitely a buy. But now, yeah,
this is fun though, dude. Get this for your mythics.
Yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, put that
your
like
elf people, dude.
Dwarvax, yeah, or some elves, yeah.
Xylonia's flock, right, or whatever. All right, but yeah, there is. Check them out. Oh, yeah, if you want them. Jumping over to SH Figure Arts here, they're re-releasing part of the Infinity Saga, so it's not just Mafex continuing the Infinity Saga; it's still going strong with SH Figure Arts. They're re-releasing their Iron Man, and you know, yeah, I've
been thinking about this, and I think it's the right move, and I think we're going to continue to see re-releases of this thing. Of the big three forever, like for in perpetuity. The reason why is I kind of relate it back to Star Wars, right? Like, no, we're never gonna have every generation is gonna love Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, and Princess Leia. Every generation, and I think Thor, Captain America, and Tony Stark, the MCU iterations of those three characters, I think are gonna live on forever, just because of how well the MCU was executed for those 10 years. Like, it's crazy because I was watching Disney Plus. I'm like, how is Infinity War and Endgame still in the top 10? When there's so many new releases of Star Wars and Marvel, and like the Marvel shows that we released, they're gone in oblivion. The Star Wars show, gone, not even in the top 10. And then Endgame and Infinity War there. And so it's just a testament to how well these movies were done, the actors, how well they played them. And like, I think this is that big three. Like that Han Solo Leia, we're just going to see a million releases. And guess what? It's always going to sell. It's always going to make money because everybody loves these characters.
I agree with you, man. Like, I was literally like, I was just hanging out and I was like, man, I just want to watch Avengers again. Like, I don't know. That's just that first Avengers is so rewatchable and it's so much fun. And, you know, once you watch that first one, you got to finish the rest of them.
Yeah, dude. Even Age of Ultron, right? Like, Age of Ultron kind of gets like the short end of the stick with some people, but I think Age of Ultron is phenomenal. Like, I love that movie. It has great action.
The opening scene.
Ultron is obviously is crazy.
Yeah, the Lizard King as Ultron, man.
Yeah, he did it perfect. I felt like he was such a good choice for it.
James Spader crushed it.
Yeah. And so like I'm excited for them to make more definitive versions with better technology of this figure, and I hope they at least give us the big three.
Yeah, and we'll see. There is SH Figure Arts Iron Man. Next up, we got a little bit of a Dragon Ball Z Dragon Ball Daima. We got a Super Saiyan 4 Son Goku for $70 over at P-Bandai.
Dude, this sucks, man, because I've been watching the anime, so it's kind of, this is like spoilers, but it's kind of, I mean, I guess it is and it isn't, right? Because Super Saiyan 4 released in GT first, right? But then
Yeah,
that
yeah.
got retconned, so then Super Saiyan 4 was non-existent, and it was just technically Super Saiyan 3 to then Super Saiyan God. But then now this officially puts Super Saiyan 4 within the canon.
Right.
So yeah, it would have been cool to kind of firstly see it in the anime where they first popped that power. Would have been nice. But yeah, I don't know. I was actually always very fond of the Super Saiyan 4 design, like almost
You
how
liked
they,
it?
yeah, I like just how they went more monkey mode, right? Like it
Mm-hmm.
made sense to me because like they were almost going more. It's like a primal form, you know.
Right,
Um,
right, right. Yeah.
and so of course they would have more strength. So this is a cool thing to kind of rework it from GT and kind of put it into Daima.
Yeah, one thing I really like is I love how like extended the arms are on this, right? Like giving that real gorilla, monkey vibe to him, right?
Yeah, even the fists, right? They're huge. They're very
Yeah.
bulbous.
Yeah, I really like how they executed this. And yeah, I have not seen this episode either of Daima. But I guess he goes up against the third eye Goma, some type of demon that he has to give it. Cool thing too is that you get these extra little left and right hand pieces for your normal Goku Daima and those little blast effects as well. So cross compatibility there. All right, next up from Dan, we got this is another granny out there, just like that other granny, the turbo granny. But yeah, I think interesting. I was kind of weirded out by the legs. I was trying to figure out where the articulation is, but until then you can kind of see here that it's just that single kind of cap looking thing that they did on that one.
Oh yeah, I don't know. That doesn't look weird. That's like all like anime figures are. That's like the basic. Yeah, that's
Well,
like.
yeah. I just saw this and I was like, is there articulation in the leg?
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. You didn't see that. You couldn't really see the cut, or you thought the cut was
Yeah,
like part of the sculpt. I get you.
yeah, yeah. Like it was just kind of like a shadow or something of the knee, and I was like, oh, where is it? But yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that's
it's there.
actually really cool though that you mentioned that because then like the shading, because they add that like orange shading in the kneecaps, it definitely hides it really, really well. The
It's
only
way
thing
better, yeah.
I would be worried about is the yellow and the skin tone are a light color, and then the dark blue jacket is that stuff is gonna rub.
Oh,
It's
paint
gonna
rub,
rub
yeah.
like crazy. But what's really nice though is that it looks to me that the jacket is not really affecting articulation too much, I would say.
Yeah, they have the cuts in the right spots, and yeah,
And
like
there's
you
a
can be
yeah,
fully
there's an ab
stable.
crunch, and it's like loose enough that I feel like that ab crunch is actually going to function.
Yeah, yeah. The jacket's yeah. It's not like super tight on it. It's a nice leather jacket. Yeah, Letterman jacket. But yeah, there is that granny there from Dun Dun Dun. All right, Storm Collectibles. The only time we're talking about Storm Collectibles is if they got Soul Calibur, which one day, right? Or that's their street Storm Arena. So we got the Ryu up for pre-order. $26.99, 1/12 scale action figure, true 1/12 scale here from Street Fighter Alpha. Yeah, and again, we knew this was coming, and it was confirmed multiple times. But here's the full solicitation with all the nice, pretty pictures of Ryu.
I think one big thing to notice though is that the price has increased. So originally the first, which was Baki, was solicited for $24.99.
24, yeah,
So I'm wondering like they've maybe kind of done the numbers and they realized okay, then they watched the show and they heard Josh going crazy on it because yeah, dude, the price was ridiculous. So even at $26.99, still a fair price, but that's just one thing to know that this is a $2 increase from Baki, which is odd, especially because that was the first figure in the line, and then all of a sudden
yeah.
it's a $2 jump.
Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's something out of their control.
Well, I mean, Baki's still a license, right? I don't know. I think like
Yeah, that's true.
I think more than likely they kind of just were not familiar with all the numbers exactly, and they're just like, okay, we're actually not making anything on this. I think going forward, I don't think we'll see the $25 price point. I think going forward, we're going to see this 27.
The 27. Oh, okay. We'll see. But yeah, it's nice. The gi that Ken came in, it's just in that white and same articulation. Yeah, get a little effect piece here, stand. Nice and fun.
Looks beautiful, dude. Even if this was $29.99, still a fair price. So I cannot believe this. To this day, I still cannot believe that this is that price.
We'll see. All right, let's jump over to Mayfix. Mayfix giving us a better look here at the Aquaman from the Lost Kingdom. This is the green and gold suit version, $130 over at Big Bad Toy Store. And man, does that thing have a lot of detail, a lot of sculpt, at least, I should say. A lot of little ripples and bumps and all the fun stuff.
And I think the face sculpt is phenomenal. Like a 100% likeness to Jason Momoa. The paint is coming out great. The gold, look at that effect piece. Yeah. My only gripe is, and I feel like it was a good intention that they were trying to do, is I feel like the hairline or the hair, it's just not connected to the face quite right. Like it looks like
Yeah.
two different pieces in every single head portrait, especially in the floating head portrait. The hair just looks like it's like a piece, and you don't want that, right? You don't want it to look like a piece. You want it to look like it's part of him, like it's growing out of his scalp. So that would be my only gripe.
Yeah.
Besides that, though, that sculpt, man, that's Jason Momoa.
Yeah, no, they did a really good job, and I really love this effect piece, man. Get that cool swirling trident move that he does, and yeah, no, I think they did a good job on the face work too. Yeah, yeah, you can see like it's like a cap, just like this part of his hair isn't quite flowing or
Yeah.
poofed out. Yeah, all right, there it is, 130 over at Big Bad Toy Store. Next up, though, we got a Darth Vader from Mayfex. This one is coming from the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, $130 as well. Looking cool though, dude. Look at that soft goods, cape, pants, his little skirt piece that he comes with. Love how they did the sculpting on the little cod piece, man. Like that. Oh, dude, did such a good job on that thing. The wrinkles in man. Nice
Yeah,
and
I think
shiny
this is
helmet.
the best Darth Vader to date, in my opinion. Like the sculpt on it, the way the soft goods are laying, and I think the sheen to it is coming off really, really nice. And on
Yeah,
top of that, to get the Darth Vader kind of cracked mask, yeah, dude.
yeah. This
Like,
is
and
nuts.
I was always kind of bummed because there was the Black Series Target exclusive, and I never was able to find it. But now it's like I'm glad I didn't buy that because I would have bought this anyways, and I would have been stuck with
Yeah,
the figure just to throw in the bin because this is going to replace everybody's Black Series Obi-Wan Kenobi cracked mask.
yeah. No, and I 100% agree with you. Like this one is gonna be my Darth Vader. Like I don't have a Darth Vader in my Black Series collection, and I'm gonna pick this one up personally.
And like I've actually never picked up a import Darth Vader just because whenever I saw the reviews compared to the Black Series, which the Black Series you can get for like $10 right now.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Black Series one is just phenomenal. Like it's crazy how close the Black Series is in quality compared to an import just because there is no head sculpt. So I think what makes this really valuable is especially with a character like Darth Vader that you never really get a head sculpt unless you're doing Return of the Jedi kind of unmasked head is
Right.
that
Yeah.
like you get that super realistic. It has a lot of paint on that in that piece of that head sculpt,
The
which
damage, yeah.
right. And so that's where kind of imports usually slaughter Hasbro is that. So and when it's a completely masked character, it's like I'll just get the
Yeah,
Hasbro
yeah.
version.
You're fine. Yeah, you're fine. You don't need the likeness, the skin texture. Yeah, no, this looks insane, dude. The chain too to connect his cape and two different versions, like again, damaged not only helmet, but also his console is damaged as well. Just so two different pieces there, man.
And what's really cool about that, and I'd even noticed this detail at the part, go back to that, is the lens changes because the lights go out in it because he's
Oh
damaged. So like
yeah.
you can see it's red in there because his suit is
Oh,
functioning and working, and then it's turned off, and that's why it's black. That is such great
dang.
attention to detail. And I've always preferred that one change that Rogue One did when they elected to go with a much more brighter lens for his eyes. I don't know. I feel like the red eyes just work for Darth Vader.
Yeah, no, it's very, very menacing.
Shout out Gareth Edwards, baby.
Yeah, we'll touch on him a little bit later too. But here's all you're getting as well. Since this is the Obi-Wan Kenobi series Darth Vader, you also get Reva's broken lightsaber as well, or the Inquisitor's broken lightsaber. So you got all these.
I think it is Reva's. I think you're right.
That's what I thought. Because right, she like fights him, or
yeah, that's Reva's. That's
Reva's.
Reva's.
Yeah, so he blows her up. But look at all these effects pieces, man. I love this. And dude, after getting the Mayfex Luke, check out that review if you guys want to check that out. They do such a good job on that lightsaber. Like even the tiniest red and green dots are like crisp and painted on nice.
Yeah.
It's nice. All right. Let's jump over to Haya. We're getting a Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003 Thomas Hewitt 1/12 scale. $104. I'll tell you why, because this guy looks creepy. Jesse from Jurassic Jesse from the collection Nexus. Let us know, you picking up this 2003 Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Dude, of course he is. Because if I want to get this figure, Jurassic Jesse being the horror fan he is, I think that's the testament to a figure. Like when it transcends the obsessive fans, right? Like if a fan that's not really that much into horror wants to buy this figure, that's how you know it's good. Dude, Jurassic Jesse's gonna get this. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Shout out Jurassic Jesse. Yeah,
Amazing
soft goods, everything.
articulation. Amazing soft goods, the paint, right? The damage, the wear on him, the mask.
Yeah.
Even look at the hands. Like it's not just a molded color, right? There's like reddish hues, pinkish hues going on in those fingertips.
Yeah.
Crazy good realism.
Yeah, like his shirt is cloth, his apron is cloth, his pants are cloth. Like, and like Haya said in the description, they're like, we're going to give you the cloth goods, but to get the aesthetic right, but also give you the high posability to, like, make him do whatever you want him to do. So $51 there, man. Or no, sorry, 104. Excuse
Yeah,
me.
and that's normal, right? Because that's
Yeah.
how they've been soliciting their Rambo and Star Trek figures as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same price point.
Universal Soldier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's that soft goods, man, that they're doing so good at. But there's everything you're getting at: little stand, chainsaw, two different heads, sledgehammer, big old meat hook. Yeah, everything you could want.
That is nice, man. Yeah, I think I'm sold on this figure. Yeah, accessories do it.
All right. Speaking of Gareth Edwards, we got our boy 2014 Godzilla, and this is the heat ray version. So we previously gotten like 2014 Godzilla, but just like the normal version, not powered up, not doing his atomic breath, and that's what this is right here. So it's that same 2014 Gareth Edwards Godzilla with Cranston and what's his name, Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Here is just the translucent version, is what they're calling it, with that heat ray blast, right? I remember watching that first movie, Godzilla, dude, and then when he did that scene, right, because it's him and the Mutos fighting in San Francisco or whatever, and it's like all cloudy, and then you just hear the like, dude, I was standing up when I saw that. I love that shot. But yeah, so this is gonna be like a translucent. In the description, they said a translucent body and neck. So I'm not sure if the whole thing is translucent, and then, or is it just the dorsal fins that are being translucent? But there is some translucency somewhere.
Right, that's what it is. So the limbs, the legs will not be translucent. It's going to be the head, the body, and even the lower body parts, and even the tail, just because they're wanting to get that glow in the fins. And so it's probably just all translucent besides the limbs, and then they just painted it over. That way you can get that nice glow in all the fins.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for that. So I just couldn't tell. But yeah, the heat ray also, like his atomic breath also is like translucent plastic as well. So that is really cool that you get to recreate that. I still, man, that the one that lights up is still my pick, man. For Godzilla.
Yeah.
This is cool though. 51 on the Godzilla figures that can we're used to that price point as well. So yeah, looking really cool. All right, let's take it around the net here. First up, I had to bring this in. This is Super 7. I think you all know how we feel about Super 7. It is what it is. But here we have Batra. This is $85 due out December 2025. Basically, kind of the Nega Mothra. It comes with a stand, alternate heads, a couple of those ball jointed limbs, which I'm excited to see. And yeah, 12 and a quarter wingspan, dude. I love that. That's nice and big. And on these like older figures, like old traditional Godzilla stuff like this, it's nice. Super 7 does a good job on this because you don't need the most articulation in the world. You just need it to look pretty and like have the right aesthetic. And again, I'm not a Super 7 person, but these, I'm kind of tempted by these.
Yeah, it does look really nice. Like I think even the paint, like you can see there's a lot of paint and detail on the sculpt. They do look nice, but yeah, I'm just a hater.
Yeah,
but even the plus, what's even crazy is about the price point is that I picked up like Super 7 G.I. Joe figures. Even the plastic is like not premium. Like, what am I paying for if even the plastic that you're making the toys from feels cheap?
You're paying for the packaging.
No, I know, and to line their pockets.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. No, well, but then here's Batra's fine. That's cool. Like if I saw that, I would not pick it up. But to get this like classic version of Mothra, I'm really tempted by this, man. The only other version that's the only other Mothra of this like this is the SH Figure Arts. And that's currently going for like $400. So
they'll re-release it, or even
I hope.
That's what I'm saying. Like you compare, like we just talked about that Haya figure, right? That Haya Godzilla figure is being solicited for 50. Way better like articulation and better plastic quality for sure.
Right.
And then this one's going to be $85, and it's less articulation and probably worse plastic.
And then then the articulation point, like I don't need that much on a Mothra.
True.
Right, but I get it. Like if I had the more the better, always.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, that's a really good point. It's like you don't need it on this. Like, and I think with the retroness of it, it's good for the people who like these old movies and grew up watching these old movies, because they're not gonna really play with it. They're just gonna use it for their Godzilla collection.
Yeah, they're just gonna be standing up.
Yeah.
So we'll see if they do go on sale. I'd pick up a Mothra. Super 7 Mothra.
To be honest, I don't think these will go on sale. I feel like there's enough
Godzilla
heads into the retro stuff that even at $85, they're gonna eat this up.
Yeah, and it's like this classic
Yeah,
Mothra,
it's
man.
the beautiful, perfect one. Yeah.
Yeah, and you get the Shobijin twins as well, the Mothra twins. So that's fun, a little fun accessory as well. Yeah, and Haya has done the MonsterVerse Mothra that has this coloration, but just something about this, full on moth. It's just, but you can also pick them up in a 2-pack as well for 170, which is just their added price, no discount there.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, and then we'll go ahead and wrap up our show this week. All right, let's go ahead and discuss our pick of the week. Thank you all for being here. If you made it to the end of the video, let us know down below your pick of the week. I already know Jurassic Jesse's pick of the week, so thank you, Jesse. Josh, what are you thinking is your pick here? I'll run it back for you. There was some fun stuff.
Yeah.
Usually is, right? It's always usually a good time. I'll try and go faster.
Well, I'm trying to think.
There's a
lot.
lot.
I feel like there's a lot of good stuff, so it's hard to actually pick one. I'm actually not one that's sitting out because I feel like everybody was doing really well. I'm gonna have to go with the Mayfix Darth Vader.
Okay.
Yeah, that one for me. I love my Star Wars, and I think it's finally time to pick up an import Darth Vader because of the unmasked head.
Yeah, that was mine. I was gonna pick that Darth Vader. I really, really enjoy it. All right, then I'm gonna give it to. I don't think I'll ever give it to a Super 7 figure, but that Mothra is.
Give
nice.
it to it.
No, I like Mothra, but like I don't know if that's my pick. I'll be honest. Well, no, I'm gonna give it to the GI Joe team with their San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. That's a fun set, man. The slithering wet vipers or something.
The Dreadnought alternate costume band, yeah.
Yeah, the Dreadnought's cold slither band of vipers. Yeah, no, I'm giving it to this set. This one's my favorite. This is just so much fun. All right, well, that's going to go ahead and wrap up our show this week. Thank you again for all tuning in, and as always, keep collecting, keep playing. May the action figure gods smile upon you. Peace.